Netflix is on a content spending spree across the Middle East and the wider world. Will it be enough to turn revenue into profit? That's today's edition of Inside AB. My name is Jeremy Lawrence and I'm joined here by Shayan Shakeel. Okay, Shay, you wrote a feature about Netflix in this week's magazine. They've been spending a lot of money on content, haven't they? So tell us what they've been doing.
Well, we got to speak with Netflix's CEO in Rome at a company event earlier. And while he was quite tight-lipped about a lot of things, Netflix has been quite vocal in the press and through statements about what its strategy is. Now, at the beginning of the year, it was assumed that their content production acquisition budget would be about $8 billion. Now, it seems like it's going to be $14 billion.
Incredible.
Incredible. I mean, that's, to put that into perspective, that's like, it costs about $65 million to make like a major studio movie, right? So $14 billion is about 45 movies. That's more movies than like Disney puts out in a year. And Disney has the Avengers, Star Wars, Captain America, Iron Man. Like it's incredible. So I mean that's really the scale at which Netflix is trying to conquer the world. Right.
And it's making more than just movies, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a lot of shows as well. So we're not going to see 45 movies come out of Netflix. I mean, I guess we could. But there's going to be a lot of shows as well. So its actual out could be quite considerable this year.
Right. The reason we're talking about this specifically, though, is that they're doing things focused on the Middle East as well, aren't they, in Asia?
Yeah, I mean, what it's doing is it's leveraging shows from the Middle East to the rest of the world, from the rest of the world to the Middle East. So there's this Danish show called The Rain. There's a Spanish show called Money Heist, and it's done really well in the Middle East. In fact, like some Saudi football fans like came dressed as Money Heist characters to a football game. And then there's these other shows that are made in the Middle East, like Ali's Wedding, Fauda, which is it's quite a controversial show, but it's been gaining like quite critical acclaim in the Middle East as well. These are shows like everybody should just look up because they're actually really good shows. And also like there's this show called Sacred Games on July 6th, which I binged in a day. So what it is this Indian like crime mafia show. It's absolutely not Bollywood at all. There's no song and dances or anything like that. But it's been translated into Turkish, Spanish, English, Arabic, and be broadcast to the rest of the world. The Indian audience in like the Middle East is obviously going to keep talking about it with other people. Other people are going to talk about it because it's got mentions of Dubai. So it's really creating this like melting pot of content that the whole world can watch.
Right, so Netflix is after eyeballs everywhere.
Absolutely, that's exactly what it's doing.
Well, the next question that I was going to ask you is the rationale behind this strategy.
Well, eyeballs everywhere, and what they really like seeing right now, it seems, is like the culture, the novelty of culture it lends to a lot of great storytelling, as Reed Hastings puts it, and that's what's allowing it to build its library. At last count, Netflix was adding subscribers at a rate of like 6% per quarter, per 3 months. Wow. Right now it has 125 million subscribers. It's locked out of China, but it's trying to go blazing in all the rest of the world.
But it's not making money yet, is it? And this is the issue we need to talk about.
Well, if you count like its issues with debt and its cash flow issues, then yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Because Netflix until March 2018 had accumulated about $13 billion, a bit more, in current and long-term debt, and this is not including future content expenses. That's significant. That's as much as its content production budget for the year. Its cash flow was negative $2 billion. So it meant it had to go like to the markets to raise financing just to be able to pay cash and pay for stuff. It's the second time in 12 months that it's done that. On the flip side, it made $558 million last year. It made $290 million, which is more than half of that, in the first 3 months of this year. This year would be the first time Netflix makes over $1 billion in profit. Its share price is going to jump to about $450 according to Barclays. So really what it's telling investors and everybody else is to not worry about the debt.
It's a good long-term play.
That's what Netflix says. I mean, but $14 billion is a lot. But then again, $1 billion this year is a lot as well, and it keeps doubling that.
Great. Okay, well, we'll wait and see how this all unfolds. But in the meantime, some great shows to watch.
Maybe buy some Netflix stock.
Yeah. I'll just watch the shows for now.
Right.
Right, thank you for watching Inside AB. Please do join us every weekday at 10 a.m. Subscribe, comment, share, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.